another Fortnite thingy. And anybody wants to play with me, I can. Hold on. I might invite one of my friends. No, 3 of my friends. Hold on, guys. Hopefully if he joins. Chat, I am literally how many points do I lose now?
What you think is possibly a prop? That player came down from below because he hit one of those springboards. I usually moving forward, Sand as well. They're all going with the targets. I usually gets in just barely because Taldak missed his shot.
Man, this is really good for the Funky Fighters. They've taken themselves a nice early lead. It's only 20 points, nothing substantial yet. But if they can do this every single round, again, another big prop going in. They're at 50, 30 points ahead of the pack. And the only 3 teams behind them, Fish Fam, Cuddle Crew, and the Chicken Champions. And look, time is done. So that's it. So don't forget, Raven's Revenge, they have already been guarded. So going forward, all they have to do is try and rack up points. This is going to be huge going forward. The round is going to reset. We'll get 2 new guards on deck. You've got the Chicken Champions and the Funky Fighters. So now they can try to lock out other players from scoring. And it depends on how well they do, right? Because again, these are big 10-point props. There's a lot of them as well. You know, the props outnumber you pretty substantially.
And if you recall the first game where the Ravens Revenge were actually in second to the Funky Fighters. So like you said, being able to take your time and make sure that you know exactly what you need to do kind of gives them a little bit of an advantage. But the Funky Fighters really did come out to a huge lead in the first, scoring 5 points, or 5 total. See if they can hold it down right now and keep the lead as it is. The Chicken Champions at 20 are not going to be able to close the gap. But we'll see if the Fish Fam, the Cuddle Crew, and everybody else can approach the Funky Fighters right now. They're trying to stop that from happening.
Well, Scissors did just drop in with that 10-point prop, who's closing that gap. If they can get another 10-point prop in, they're going to be tied with the Funky Fighters. But they actually have to make it there to the center to make it into the incinerator. That is going to be make or break. We have 2 minutes left on the clock. And, you know, my first instinct for this would be, you know what, I just got to go. I just got to try and run out as much as I can. That's actually counterintuitive. Right now, you want to just be taking baby steps, right? Just making sure you can secure those points is crucial.
All the players right now, you can see them down below trying to get the shots as possible. They're racking up the eliminations right now. I don't think Fishfam may have gotten one through. Taldat gets one through. That's going to even the gap a little bit. Here's the Funky Fighters again, just blind shooting through the black. And remember, 1:30 to go on this guard. Fishfam has tied it up with that score right there.
And so has Cuddle Crew. They got 2 props in, so they're 1 prop behind right now. Oh, Action, you gotta be careful, buddy.
One prop behind, there's a little whip coming through as well. So all of a sudden, these teams are letting a lot of props through, or maybe it's the props who have figured out their timings, figured out their tendencies, figured out when they stop shooting. 1 minute to go here. Here's Ninja, he's got a car. This is one of the most difficult obstacles or props to get in.
Don't stack on top of each other. Oh, so dangerous, because when you see things like that tight together, you're like, yeah, oh no, the bumper. Gotta land.
He was moving. Unfortunate there. You've got to press that control key at the last second to be able to make sure you get through. Scissors makes it through. Dude, that's a lot of points racking up. They're at 80 now, 30 points ahead of the Funky Fighters, which is unfortunate for their guard. Watch. 30 seconds to go.
They've taken the lead here, 20 points now. 30 points ahead. Make that 40. The numbers are changing like crazy. But right now, Scissors and the Fishfam, they've got the lead. And this is huge right now. Don't forget the Funky Fighters are in the center, so they can't rack up points. We've got 10 seconds left. Whoever's out in the field, they need to make it into the incinerator right now.
Are they going to have any more points accrue? It doesn't look like anybody's close. That's going to be the round. As the Funky Fighters and the Chicken Champions end up closing out that guard. Watch. We'll see where the standings end. I did notice something though, Zeke. So the Ravens Revenge were at 0 for that run. They didn't get a single prop through, which is a far cry from their performance on Sky Station Showdown. They were second.
They need to band together right now. They need to rally, and they need to make this happen. Round 3 begins. You've got the Fishfam and the Sunshine Soldiers in the middle. So now the Fishfam, you know, we saw this before. They got this lead, but now they have to try and lock everyone else out from getting points. And as we've clearly seen, it is actually way more difficult than it sounds.
And judging by the first run of the Funky Fighters, they got 50 early on. We'll see if they can get and double their score, essentially, to tie up with the Fishfam. But Sunshine Soldiers also being a guard, and the first 2 right now ending up on guard watch.
2.5 minutes left on this timer. You see people hitting these hidden little bumpers. So a little surprise in case you've been wondering, why have they been flying up? There's little secret bumpers that are buried. You can see one right there that looks like a little silver dome. If players touch that, they're actually launched into the sky. And it's a very clear, like, hey, this is a person. They have disguised themselves as a prop. You should probably eliminate them. 2 minutes here on the clock. And Fishfam are just tearing it up. But look, Funky Fighters, they were guards last round. They were behind pretty far. And now they're starting to close up that gap, right? If they can get another 3 props in within this 2-minute timer, they're going to be in a great spot heading into that final round.
Tyler trying to hold it down before he gets his last opportunity to go with the props. But here, the Cuddle Crew, and they're going to be on guard watch next. So if they don't solidify this lead very strong right now, it's going to be so difficult. Meanwhile, the Ravens Revenge did finally get a prop in. They could have a final round that could be amazing. We'll continue to watch here for the Cuddle Crew. Llama Record Company and Funky Fighters all earn a point in just a second there. 1 minute and 20 seconds for this guard watch to end.
Cuddle Crew's only a single prop behind. The Funky Fighters are only 2, and so are the Llama Record Company. Raven's Revenge is now on the board with a single. That's a Raven. Look at that. Scissors, he's got this on lock. He's got the entire map laid out in his mind, and he can tell the difference. Wait, does he catch 2? He did not. Wait, these other 2 trucks, are they actually going to make it in? They're making it in. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Scissors, they snuck right under his nose. They get in. But it doesn't.
Oh, he hit that person from the blinds.
Wow. He heard you, Zeke. He knew.
Listen.
Flexing a little bit on everybody.
He knows I'm a big fan of his. All right, he knows. Cuddle Crew, They're nice and hidden. All right, got to watch the bumper. There is one hidden. You see it right there in front. Be careful. You can see it. It's right there. Don't do it. Nope. Never mind. That was, looks like that was Fish Fam.
And it looks like a lot of props are making it towards the center right now. I think I just saw 3. Very close. Here's the approach from Huizi. Remember, they have to get sorted to get scored. So Tomoya, I think, will be the last prop here. Bensor making a push for it. No. But what a push there at the last second. They do all tie up. The top 3 are tied up at 100. So that means this last round of Junkyard Juke is going to be so crucial.
This is very scary heading into round number 4. So take a look. In the center of the map, you've got Svenos and his crew. So don't forget, there's 3 teams tied for first. You've got the Fish Fam, you've got the Funky Fighters, and you have the Cuddle Crew. So basically, they are well ahead of the pack, but they're fighting each other right now. Little Whip, or excuse me, sorry, the Llama Record Company, and now Little Whip and the Cuddle Crew, they're at 90, so they could close that gap, but they have to work so much harder to do that. You've got the Cuddle Crew in the middle, and this means they're not racking up any points for this round, right? They're just trying to keep everyone else from accruing points.
And 5th place or lower at this point. If they don't have a good performance, even the Sunshine Soldiers, the Chicken could go through. Nice shot there from his team. Joining them as well as the Llama Record Company in 2nd place. So 2nd or lower is all they can achieve.
So for right now, Llama Record Company, remember, they can't accrue points. They literally have to try and stop Fish Fam and the Funky Fighters from racking up points. If they get even 1 through, they are going to be edged out. Everything is riding on this moment right now. How accurate are they? How quickly and how much do they remember the map? Look at all these props here on the left side of the screen. One just got through with the quest. Little Whip, look, they took over. So did Fish Fam.
Nice shot there from Alex.
Great shot for sure.
He knew that there was a prop approaching. He knew that he didn't find anything in the last couple of seconds. He knew. Is he going to be able to find this one? You can see he's pre-firing through the black as they all try to approach. What a nice play from Alex. A nice strategy. Now remember, now that the Little Whip and Fish Fam have taken the lead, the Funky Fighters fall to 3. And since they got first in the first game, that means it's just more close when you think about the overall standings here.
Yeah, look, Little Whip again, get another prop in. They're pushing ahead, man. These guys are pulling away from the pack right now. Llama Record Company, they've got to just start trying to pick off these props. They've got to keep the Fish Fam and Little Whip down. Maybe have someone else potentially contest, but right now, man, the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja and his team are just destroying this final round.
All the rest of the standings so important as well. Svenos and Co. and the Llama Record Co. doing a very good job on guard duty right now. And besides the top 2 ending up getting a couple of points, they're not letting anybody below them really earn anything. A lot of props approaching right now. The timing's going out. Ninja gets in with the car, scores, and that just solidifies the lead even further, but I think Fish Fam scored. No, they didn't. Look, first place to Little Whip Warriors now. There's no tiebreaker involved. 20 seconds to go. Can anybody else score?
You just got to go. Do not jump. You just got to go. That's right. Oh! Okay, there's another round of points coming through. Little Whip at 150. And look, Taldak's right here. That's going to put him at 160 with 10 seconds left.
That's the win for sure for the Little Whip Warriors here and Junkyard Juke as the timer expires, as Ninja scores in the final moments, as well as Taldak. The first win for the Little Whip Warriors, and it couldn't come at a better time here, Zeke.
That's right, man. Look, don't forget, those Silver Llamas are scattered right now. This puts him in a great spot. If they can get this World Run win, they could secure themselves that gold llama, and out of nowhere, they could steal away the victory from everyone else around. A fantastic showing of the Little Whip Warriors, man, dude. They came out of nowhere. They were just on it. They flipped the switch and they said, you know what, we're getting all these props in, and we're just gonna get pulled away from the pack.
That's what happened. Perfect play. At the beginning, they had the guard defense. They didn't let anybody get over close to, I think the Ravens are, no, the Ravens had 0. I'm thinking of the Funky Fighters had 50 in the first run.
Yeah.
But nobody else really did anything, and the Funky Fighters ended up starting to slow down. They didn't manage to keep up their pace. Little Whip Warriors took perfect advantage of that.
Yeah, and I mean, you could just kind of see that they were very calm, cool, and collected in the whole thing, right? They just kind of navigated the map correctly. You kind of saw it happen a little bit, but there was almost like this clustering that happened. You know, when you've got 3 rusted cars right next to each other where there clearly is no rusted cars at all, you're like, okay.
I'm going to try to find some clues. Trying to rack up some points. I think that's supposed to go with this. Team. This is supposed to go with it. Yo, chat. Chat, I'm finally Division 6. Like, I don't know why. I'm not that good, but I want to get to Division 7. That way I can do like this Fortnite World Cup stuff. Just for fun, you know what I'm saying? Watch, I'm gonna get minis, chat. Or just a blue combat. I missed bastard over. Get up on the spine. Can you even please him? Let me be quiet. Come on now, Fortnite. Come on. Come on now, Fortnite. Why do I have to be at 90? Oh. Oh, no. No. Now I'm gonna feel like hot. Pretty sure I heard something. Darn it! GG. Magdalena Bay. What could go wrong? I could downgrade all the way to, like, literally, I'm 1 point away from going back to Division 5. I don't want that to happen. Hold on, guys, I'm just... Alright, guys.
I'm retarded. I need a life.